Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
And today we are talking Blake Snell going to the Dodgers,
Yeah,
which, wow, what a move.
huge move.
Yeah. So we've got some articles here, breaking news analysis, a few pieces from Giants fans. I saw a couple of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to dive into why Snell went to the Dodgers, what this means for both of the teams, and, you know, what this might mean for the whole MLB going forward into 2025.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, last year his free agency took so long, and then this year,
Right.
just like that. He opted out his Giants contract,
Yeah.
and a couple days later, huge deal with the Dodgers.
Yeah, we're talking 182 million over 5 years.
It's insane.
Third largest contract ever for left-handed pitcher.
For a lefty, it's crazy.
And remember, he opted out of a contract with the Giants where he still had 30 million guaranteed.
Yeah, he left $30 million on the table.
To test the market.
Yeah.
And it paid off big time.
It's a huge payoff for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Snell's 2024 season with the Giants. It was a roller coaster to say the least. It was a roller coaster. The guy started off kind of rough. He had some injuries. His performance was inconsistent.
Yeah.
But then the second half of the season, it was like flicking a switch. And he was a completely different pitcher.
Oh, he was lights out. 1.23 ERA in the second half of the season. Are you kidding me?
1.23. That's insane.
And we can't forget that no-hitter against the Reds in August.
All right.
That was just incredible.
Yeah, and I think Snell actually talked about that a little bit in one of the articles that you sent over.
Yeah.
He said he really wanted to prove that he could pitch deep into games.
Yeah,
And I think that second half of the season really put a lot of those durability doubts to rest.
absolutely. So, okay, the big question, why the Dodgers? I mean,
Right.
they already have a really good roster.
Stacked roster. Why would they need another pitcher?
Yeah, especially spending that much money on a pitcher. So what do you think is going on there?
It's interesting. The Dodgers have been very strategic with the way they've been building their pitching staff. They're not afraid to go after these high upside guys, even if they have a little bit of injury history in the past. So you think about Tyler Glasnow, you think about Shohei Ohtani,
Right.
both insanely talented, but also, have had their fair share of injuries in the past.
That's 3 nine-figure pitching contracts in 1 year.
It is. That's unheard of.
That's a bold strategy for sure. Are they pushing their luck, or is this like a calculated risk? What do you think?
Oh, it's calculated. They're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. I mean, the Dodgers are operating on a completely different level. And, a lot of people might be wondering how they can even afford to do this.
Yeah.
But it really comes down to their roster construction. They have a couple of guys locked into long-term deals at lower AAVs. So, think about Ohtani's contract,
Right.
which frees up some of their spending power to make these big acquisitions.
Okay, so that kind of explains how they can do it. But what does this mean for the team on the field? Let's talk about this Dodgers rotation. Because now you potentially have Snell, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glasnow.
Oh, my goodness.
And then there's even rumors that Kershaw might be coming back.
Yeah, it's insane to think about. And any one of those guys could be a Game 1 starter in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about an embarrassment of riches.
It is.
And on top of all that, they are also apparently in the running to sign Roki Sasaki from Japan.
Can you imagine?
I mean, is this the most stacked rotation ever? I'm throwing that out to you, dear listener.
We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. But, on the flip side, you have to feel for the Giants and their fans.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they just saw Snell dominate for half a season, and now he's gone, and he's playing for their arch rival.
Yeah. Talk about adding insult to injury. I mean, some of the reactions from Giants fans online have been priceless.
Oh,
It's been brutal. You got to feel for him, though. They get to see Snell kind of reach his full potential.
right.
And then, poof, he's gone. To the Dodgers.
To the Dodgers of all teams.
Yeah,
It's got to sting.
oh, absolutely.
Especially, the Dodgers are already the favorites to win the 2025 World Series.
Yeah, they're sitting at plus 400 odds.
So it's like rubbing salt in the wound.
Definitely rubbing salt in the wound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of those social media posts that I was reading.
Oh, they were brutal.
They were using some colorful language. Let's just say that one fan said.
Oh, we don't need to repeat that.
Yeah, maybe we'll just leave that one out. But the point is,
Yeah.
Giants fans are not happy.
Not happy at all.
And can you blame them?
No, I don't blame him one bit.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though, because no team has repeated as World Series champions since the Yankees did it back in 1998-2000.
Wow.
So this would be the longest drought without a repeat champion in MLB history.
It's crazy to think about. The Dodgers are obviously going all in, but history is not on their side when it comes to repeating.
Right. It's a monumental task, and there's so much pressure that comes with being the defending champs. So are the Dodgers biting off more than they can chew?
That's a good question. They built this incredible team, but can they handle the pressure? Can they handle the weight of those expectations?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But this whole situation with Snell, I think it really highlights how the entire MLB landscape is changing.
Yeah.
Teams are really having to figure out how to compete in this new era of, mega contracts and these super teams.
Absolutely. And Snell's move is a perfect example of that. Teams are really starting to prioritize those impact players, even if it means, taking on some financial risk.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see this trend towards, building these super rotations.
Right.
And the Dodgers are definitely leading the charge on that.
So, why should you as a baseball fan care about this move? Because it's not just about the Dodgers or the Giants. I mean, this really signals a potential shift in the way that the entire league is operating.
You're exactly right. This signing, I think it could trigger kind of a ripple effect throughout the league. Other teams might feel the pressure to make similar moves to keep up with the Dodgers. And I mean, it's like this fascinating chess match that's playing out.
It is.
And we're all getting front row seats.
Yeah, and speaking of chess matches, the NL West is going to be a bloodbath next year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even without Snell, the Giants still have a solid core.
They do.
And you got teams like the Padres who are always lurking.
Yeah, they're always there.
Ready to shake things up.
Always trying to make a splash.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how all of that unfolds. Going back to Snell for a minute, I was reading through these articles you sent me, and I found a couple of things that I thought were interesting.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I didn't realize this, but he was kind of a late bloomer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, his first few seasons were decent, nothing spectacular. And then, boom, he wins the Cy Young with the Padres in 2023.
Wow.
And then, get this, he'd already won the AL Cy Young 5 years earlier with the Rays.
Oh, wow, that's right. I forgot about that. To win the Cy Young in both leagues is pretty rare.
That's pretty rare. It's really impressive. I mean, it speaks to his talent and his ability to adapt and evolve as a pitcher.
Yeah.
And here's another interesting thing. With this new contract, his average salary is now $36.4 million a year.
Wow.
Which puts him, right up there with some of the highest paid players in the league, like Ohtani, Wheeler, Judge DeGrom.
It's elite company for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of money. But even with all of this talent and all of this money, there are no guarantees in baseball.
No, not at all. It's a humbling sport.
It really is. I mean, you can have all the stars in the world, but it takes more than just talent to win a championship. You need chemistry, you need the right strategy, and you definitely need a little bit of luck.
You need all of those things.
Yeah.
And sometimes it comes down to just those intangible factors like, grit and determination, the ability to perform under pressure.
And I think sometimes we get caught up in the numbers, the stats, the standings.
It's easy to do.
But at the end of the day, baseball is about people. It's about, these players' journeys, their triumphs, and their heartbreaks. That's what makes it so compelling.
I couldn't agree more. And it's easy to kind of forget about that human element.
Yeah.
But that's really where the drama unfolds.
And let's not forget, Snell's journey isn't over. He's only 31.
He's got plenty of baseball left in him.
Who knows what this next chapter holds?
That's what's so exciting. We get to watch it all unfold.
Yeah.
See how he performs in Dodger blue and see how this move impacts, not just the Dodgers, but also the Giants.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, the 2025 season can't get here soon enough.
Yeah.
This whole thing with Snell, it really shows how quickly things can change in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute you're the ace of the staff. The next minute you're packing your bags for a new city.
It's a business for sure.
Yeah.
But, for the fans, especially in this case, Giants fans, I mean, it's got to be an emotional roller coaster, Yeah. They saw Snell's potential. They got to see that magical second half of the season. And then poof, he's gone.
Yeah.
And not just gone, but he's gone to the Dodgers.
To the Dodgers. Yeah, it's like a Shakespearean tragedy.
It is.
You got the heroes, the villains, the underdogs.
Yeah.
And it's all playing out on the field.
It really is. It adds another layer to this whole situation for sure.
So, okay, let's shift gears back to the Dodgers for a second.
Okay.
Now they have this super rotation, Snell, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glasnow.
Right.
Maybe even Kershaw. Do you think that this is finally the year they break the repeat champion drought?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
They definitely have the talent.
Right.
But, like we've been talking about, talent alone isn't enough.
Right,
There's
right.
injuries. There's team chemistry. There's the pressure of being the defending champs.
Right.
And, we can't forget the rest of the league isn't just going to sit back and watch.
Right. This could be a wake-up call for other teams. Maybe the Giants will use this as fuel to come back even stronger next year.
Yeah.
Or maybe another team, one that we're not even really thinking about right now, will emerge as a contender.
Yeah, that's what keeps baseball so unpredictable.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And I think that's a great takeaway for the listener. As we head into the offseason, all these rumors are swirling about potential trades and free agent signings.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. The script hasn't been written yet.
So what do you think about Snell's move? What do you think this means for the 2025 season? Are the Dodgers unstoppable, or will someone step up and challenge them?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Head over to social media.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts with us. We want to hear your predictions.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that love of baseball alive.